In today's video, I'm showing you a colorful mix of different stamps. It's a bit all over the place, I admit, but I think it might inspire you to create your own stamps to match your artistic style. For hugs and kisses and the two stamps after that, I used the same foam material as for my rolling stamps. Feel free to check out that video as well. I've linked it here and in the description. I cut out the X's and O's and glued them onto a piece of plexiglass, which I had left over from old picture frames. I love using this material because, first, it's super easy to cut with a craft knife, and second, the transparency makes positioning the stamps so much easier. For a handle, I just fold a strip of duct tape and stick it onto the back. Simple and effective. I'll show you some examples of how I used these stamps in the second half of the video, and make sure to watch until the end. I've got a little bonus for you. I went digging through my sewing supplies and found some really cool stamp ideas. The triangle stamp was a super spontaneous idea. I don't think I need to explain much here. It's really simple, though it did take me a while to figure out the perfect arrangement. I'll definitely be making more of these in different styles. It's the same with the flower stamp. It's just as self-explanatory. Originally, I wanted to carve this design as a lino cut, but at the time I didn't have any lino or the proper tools. Yes, even I don't have everything lying around in my studio. But honestly, the foam version turned out so great that I'm totally happy with that. Now, this air drying modeling clay is seriously cool and perfect for unique stamp ideas. Once dry, it feels a bit like foam, just not as flexible. After a few weeks or months, it hardens a bit more, but it still works great for stamping. The plastic piece I'm pressing into the clay, I cut it from some food packaging. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it came from a burger box. And as you can see, this air dry material is so fun to work with. I barely needed any retries. Most of my ideas worked in the first go. I didn't have much time back then, so I only made a handful of designs, but I'll definitely be creating more of these stamps in the future. Now, this next stamp was pure luck. While walking my dog, I spotted a bag full of foam pieces on someone's front lawn with a free sign on it. I was so excited. Most of it was letters and numbers, but there were also a lot of small scraps which I used to make this lint roller stamp. And let me tell you, I absolutely love this stamp roller. The paints I'm using here are mostly cheap craft paints from various stores. I also mixed in some leftover acrylic pouring paints because I still have them and I'd rather use them up before they go bad. Now, I have a question for you. If you've watched a few of my videos, you might have noticed that I often speed things up. I do this to keep things from getting boring for both you and me, and because a lot of the steps are pretty self-explanatory. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you like the fast-paced style, or would you prefer to watch my videos at normal speed? Let me know in the comments, please. These tiny dot markings were actually a happy accident. I meant to grab a different pen, but ended up with a ballpoint pen instead. And with a bit of imagination, the dots kind of look like little pearls. Of course, I had to try out Posca markers and other acrylic pens on the jelly plate as well, and I loved the results. And then I had this spontaneous idea. I grabbed the leftover piece of PVC pipe and some rubber bands lying around and made another stamp roller. So simple yet so cool. Since I was in full experiment mode, I pretty much tried stamping with anything I could get my hands on. This green thing, the lid of a screw-on container, and I absolutely love the print it made, just like the lines from the cardboard. But my absolute favorite? The bubble wrap print. Look how big those bubbles are. I'll definitely be playing around with that more. And don't forget, always mirror your text when making letter stamps. I was pretty much done stamping when I suddenly noticed the unique shape of this refillable pen cap. Of course, I had to try stamping with that too. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. See you next time. Hugs and kisses.